my neighbor who was a guy about my age, and his little brother. I said, well, how's Billy doing? And he said, oh, he's dead. And I said, well, what happened? And it turns out he was, I don't know, he was high on crack or,
Yeah.
coke or whatever. And he and the old man got in a knife fight in the living room. These are my next door neighbors. And the old man killed him. Right there.
Yeah, your neighbor. Yeah, I remember him.
You remember that story?
Yeah.
And I told you stories about where I could go drinking when I was like 17.
Yeah.
I was bar and drink, and that whole road there, people died there every week.
Well, what are you trying to get at?
About it in the paper. What I'm getting at is we were treated like a lot of the blacks were treated, and I would say we were white N-words,
Yeah.
and that's what people considered us. And so it's somebody brought up this point. I see it come up that it's not only being poor. I mean, there are communities where there are poor people and everybody gets along fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
But poor communities where that's not the truth. And I say, like I told you, I've been in 3 fucking hammer fights. I did not start those hammer fights, but as you know, there are no dents in my fucking helmet. I didn't get my head bashed in.
Well, there's the one in the front of your head.
That's from something else.
That's from the bottle. Yeah.
That's from the Coke bottle where the guy busted the bottle on my head. But and that stopped the fight because I was in a different place.
Yeah.
I was in a bar, and it was just, I was in the wrong bar.
Well, look, I want to get back to my stream. I got a lot to go over today.
But I'm just saying that it's not necessarily black.
Of course.
It's really poor. If you're poor, cops, like I told you,
they beat the fuck out of Pete. That's what you said.
Yeah, they pulled Pete right through his window down. They said, roll your window down.
Mm-hmm.
Pete's a big guy. And they pulled Pete out there where his arms were pinned and his head was sticking out of his car, and they beat the fuck out of him with nightsticks.
Yep.
And I said, hey, man, what's going on? And they give me a little whack, just to get back. And, hey, I'm not stepping up, Sorry, Pete. And, Pete took the hit. And the kick in the ass is Pete's a big cop guy now. I told you, watch it over.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And it's like it never even happened to him.
Yeah.
That's how common it was. His uncle or whatever it was in South Georgia, when they'd have a uprising.
Oh. Okay.
He'd just drive up.
Okay.